try to take us balls before the head explodes. 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 Just like the Pied Piper led rats through the streets. We dance like a merry
I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood, we're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Katie York sent to get this one started. And we're off from Levi's Stadium. Returning it from the 4. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 24-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18.
Allen taken right to the air. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down.
Yeah, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Second and 10. Need something positive here.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Hauled in again, it's McBride. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Nickel set from the Niners on 3rd down. Watson gets it, and this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt, and I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 38-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. First carry here for Jordan James. This is ahead for about 5. Could not evade him. That was Cody Simon.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
70 Timberwolves.
Now run, James. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Tag. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Now from the pistol, it's James. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And this one soars out of bounds. The only question is where they will mark it. Looks like it's going short of the 40. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Trap 60. Trap 60. Let's go.
Allen. It's his running back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Running here with Watson. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. They send a receiver in motion right. Allen to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Hey, Lightning 18. Check. Hey, smash. Hurt.
Now Watson. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Still just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Now from back at the 7, here's 3rd and goal.
Dragon 60. 18 Cardinal. Hurt.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. New set of downs for them from the 31. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. There's a give inside to James. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
First down, and they go right back to it. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 7 Pirate, 7 Pirate. Come 19, come 19. Trap 60, trap 60. Get up.
They're throwing it. Taylor makes the catch. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Running with James. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Here comes 2nd and 3 following the penalty.
Ready? 70 Wings. Take over.
Running it after the penalty. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this.
Ready?
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Cadet Warrior 70. Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
Working now from the gun. Right side. This is caught by Taylor. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 by 6. 60. Ready?
They'll try and punch it in. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10.
18 right here. 18 Cardinal. 18. Ready?
Play action now with Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17.
Track 70 Timberwood. 19 Lion. Go.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Into the hands of Harrison. 40. At the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return coming from the 6. Showing a little burst so far. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Airing it out to start this drive. Throw left side. Taylor has it. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now. Cook 19. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Free inside the 30. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the 49ers tie things up at 14. After tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Return starts at the 3. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First and 10. Here's Allen. Has him on a quick hitter. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Man in motion here. Allen now on first down. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Let's go.
Motioning him from the slot right. Pressure coming, it's Allen. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
To the air again, Allen. This gets the first and more. And he has this down to the 34. A 28-yard pickup there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And the Cardinal first down.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Allen gonna throw again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And on first down, no place to go here. They're going to take him out about a yard behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They've got a man in motion. To throw again, it's Allen. Throw left side, complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the red zone now. Rolling left, buying some time. And he goes down to avoid a hit, so give him a gain of close to 4. That's going to set up second down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Here we go, set.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More football from Levi Stadium in just a moment. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Motion man sent left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
70 Timberwolves. 18 Pioneer.
Allen looking to throw.
We know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. And he just put on a show.
Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Check. Ready?
They give left side to James. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Go!
It's complete to Johnston, out right. And he's tackled for a 4th gain.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
On the set.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Get up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 7 Cardinal, 7 Cardinal. Left lane 19. Back to 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Back to throw. On target to his man Taylor. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
19, 18. Warrior 70. Go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he won't be able to add anything else onto the end of this catch, so it's going to be a completion to the 25. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Let's go. Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Check. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hut.
They are throwing it again. It's out close. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
19, come on. Set. Hut.
Back now, pressure coming. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers earn the chance to tie before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers tie this game at 21.
Cade York to kick
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Has this at the 6. Oh, and he eats a hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
One last play before the break. Sending a tight end in motion left. One final shot before the half. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. We're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up.
60 by 6.
Run now with James. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him in the field goal range. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Let's go now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
That does not show up on any... explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Right up the gut. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take the lead right away in half number 2. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7.
41.
On now is York to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Watson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Offense up to the line fast.
second and 10.
Allen setting up play action. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. Third down.
Ready? Cougar 19. Cut 19. Cut 19. Warrior 70.
Receiver in motion, going left. Third and long, it's Allen. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the 49ers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Let's make 19. Down, go now. Ready?
Working on first down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. So that delay backs him up 5. Now 2nd and 15 to go.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They're going to try and throw it here. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. Offense in the hurry up here.
12 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
Third down from the gun. Right side, this is caught by Taylor. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
A 36-yard attempt.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
Kid, I have no idea why I talk about banking so much with deposits and withdrawals. But let me tell you right there, that's a withdrawal of trust. Next time around, on a 4th and 1, probably going to see him go for it.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Caught out left. He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. On first down, Allen. The right side hauled in by Harrison. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
And the Cardinals first down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Quick throw to the left is complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now. They need 7. This is a designed run for Allen. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll throw, 3rd and long. McBride downfield, and he's got it. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a 29-yard gain. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. This is Watson. Didn't sell the draw enough, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for 2nd down. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play, and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Textbook pitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
49ers with an extra defensive back out there for this 3rd down play.
Let's go now. Let's go.
3rd and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The Tennessee rookie picks it up. And the 49ers have it as he records the first interception of his young career. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
trying to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing from the gun here. To his back it goes, Jordan James. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. They're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 49ers football, and we'll see if they can close things out for a win. First and 10 from the 43.
Let's go. 70 Lions. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go. Stay it open. Stay it open. Take over.
Here's the handoff. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 1 yard gain.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
For a linebacker to make a tackle for loss on a toss play like that, yes, it's about speed, but even more so, Kate, that was a perfect angle he took.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Third and long. They're going to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
On 1st down, they'll run. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
60 by
Setting up to throw. Taking a shot towards the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Watkins that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
A 50-yard attempt.
Direction doesn't look good here. He missed it right. And they fail to make this a 2-score ball game.
And hope still remains in the building, Kate. Not a 2-score game. In fact, a make there, well, it could have been a death knell. But the miss, you just see it. It breathes some new life into the opposing sideline.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's got a man left. And he's going to be hit. Sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Hey, smash! 18 Cardinal!
To the air on 3rd and long. That'll be cut by Jackson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Play action now, Allen. Throw left side to Watson. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Allen gonna throw again. Out to his wide out, it's a screen. Continuing to turn those legs inside the 25. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals now trailed by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80. Go.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So at the 20, here's second and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 18, Pioneer. Cup 19, Cup 19. 19 Lion.
Pass play coming here. Hits him on the out route. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that gives the 49ers the first.
First and 10.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from the 32.
Let's go. 70 Lion.
Give now to the running back. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 79 Bronco.
Throwing from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Vikings,
Check out. Watch the back on this play. Watch the back on this play.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that means it'll be first down San Francisco. Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
4 yards. That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Shut up. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers going for the win here. First down now, ball at the 33. Plowing up the middle. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Here he is to throw. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he's out of bounds with that first down in hand. For the moment, though, we've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panthers 18, Raptor 18, Raptor 18, Pioneer. Let's go.
He'll look to throw it. He's on target, Watkins. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Rocco 80. Check. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Back to throw. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
2nd and 10, still at that 15-yard line.
Let's go. Rocco 80. Check.
There's a dive up the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here we go. Hawk 70. Like you've been here before. Riggs.
Play clock down to 3, and we've got a timeout call. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Third and just 2 to go.
Let's go. Rig alert. 19, Tiger. 19, Panther Street. Hurt.
They give it to him again. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. And the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
49er, first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
There's the handoff. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5.
Tag! Cougar 19! Ready?
There's a give, left side. And he breaks the tie. That should win him this game. Brock, touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is York to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, first and 10. Running back sent in motion. Setting up to pass. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So second down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second down. Here's Allen again. Trying to push deep downfield. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. To throw. That's caught for the first. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. Now a timeout is called, and they're going to have to set up for one final heave towards that end zone.
24-yard gain.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So first down from the 41.
Let's go! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
One final shot here. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. So the 49ers